Hi, Will for Sound on Sound here at the NAMM show in Anaheim with Sean from Positive Grid. Sean, what are we looking at now?
We are actually going to be looking at our new pedals. So we released the Bias Pro pedals series last year, and people wanted that same functionality but wanted it in a smaller package. So we've released the Bias Twin pedals, which are the exact same functionality, only less knobs, less buttons, and less jacks in the back because they are smaller. So what you get with these guys, I mean, our philosophy at the company is about component-based modeling. So we allow you to change the guts of whatever you're working with, whether it's bias amp or whether it's bias pedal. So in bias pedal, you have the ability to change the components of the pedals to make your own.
Sure.
So you can control them with a desktop machine, you can control them with an iPad. They all have built-in Bluetooth wireless. Okay. So you can control them for the gig. The little guys handle 9 presets. The big guys handle 20 presets. You have basically a hard shell, you have tour grid foot switches, you have 3 in the line. So you have a distortion, a modulation, and a delay pedal. And the whole idea behind these things is that normally if you want to try out different sounds on your pedal board, you rip things off your board and you put a new pedal down. And that sucks. So if you make a pedal board that works with your Plexi, if you go out and gig with your Deluxe, that whole pedal board pretty much doesn't work because the Deluxe hates all those pedals.
Sure.
So what the benefit of this is that you lock down all the pedals in your pedal board, and if you want new sounds, if you're going to use a different head, you open up the software and make new sounds for that amp.
So you can just kick it over onto the next preset, basically.
Totally. So Bias Distortion is the only pedal in the world that I know of that can work with any amp that you own. Because in the clipping stages, for instance, you have 2 clipping stages in Bias Distortion, and each clipping stage you can choose what clips. Silicon diodes, germanium diodes, JFETs, MOSFETs, or tubes. So any amp that you connect it to, you can create an actual tone that works with that amp. I have shelves and shelves of pedals at home that work great with one amp, and they work great with one amp, but they don't work with others. So they sit on the shelf.
Sure.
So in this situation, I can basically put a pedal board together, dial up all my sounds, and leave it, and just call up different sets when I'm going to be playing with a different amp.
So what is the technology inside then, making it work?
So the backbone behind all of our stuff, so we have a sort of a core component-based technology. So Bias Amp 2, our new software, is the same technological backbone for our Bias heads and Bias racks and mini amps. Bias Pedal is a cross-platform application that runs inside of our pedals. So, so the same software that you can run as an AAX plugin or an AU or VST plugin, or as a standalone, also those presets that you make are all loadable into your hardware. And what's fun about the Bias suite, if you look at Bias Amp and you look at Bias Pedal and Bias Effects, all the custom amps that you make in Bias Amp and all the custom pedals that you make in Bias Pedal can be loaded into Bias Effects. So you can think of like Bias Effects like a destination, right? So it does amps and effects and rack effects like pedals, but you can basically, using the other applications, you can crack those pedals open, make custom pedals, and then save them into Bias Effects.
Very cool.
So it's very cool. So the same sounds that you have in your pedals can be used into your computer, and the same sounds that you use in your sessions for your songs can be loaded into your pedals. So it's pretty slick.
So where can we hear this then?
So we just put up a set of videos on YouTube. So if you go to youtube.com/positivegrid, we've got some new stuff up there. There's some sound samples. There are going to be in the next couple of weeks some deep dives. So I'll go through all the software individually to show you how to use it, what the effects of all those changes are. So it's really powerful. It's I have to say I'm really, really happy with a lot of stuff. It's pretty cool.
And what's the price point on these?
So the little guys are $299, big guys are $349.
Okay.
US map.
Brilliant. Thanks, Sean.
Yep, awesome. Thanks, guys.